So, um, the Become the Killer Recode update has finally arrived. Now, if you guys don't know, I already did a stream on it like hours ago. It was like what, a 5 hour, and it was a 5.5 hour long stream playing this. But yeah, I played the Back Recode update, and I gotta say, this is a really, really, really amazing, well, update. This is an amazing fucking update. I'm gonna go over to all the new stuff that are in the game and what is, new to Recode and such. So, the first thing I'm gonna talk about is, well, the characters, the playable survivors and killers you can play as. Now, unfortunately, unlike Legacy Become the Killer, the Legacy version of Become a Killer, Recode, I mean, it pretty much brought most of the roster back, but not all of them. Now, there are some in the roster of the Legacy back game that might return in Recode, and then there might be some that won't return. Really depends on the scenario. But overall, the Recode update's got a pretty good amount of the roster anyway. And of course, most of them is pretty much, the already existing roster from the Legacy version of of Become a Killer. Like, Sonic.exe, Jeff the Killer, Jason, 1X, John Doe, Cool Kid, All That Shenanigans. And then there's even some new survivors, no, killers. There's even some new killers that were added into the roster as well for the Recode update, like Killer Kyle, Psycho, um, Ralph, the Hunter, some other new fellas too. And there's even a new Game Pass killer, which I'm not entirely sure if I'll get the new Game Pass killer or not. But hey, if I do, if I do. But yeah, um, yeah, some cool new guys that were added in, and some already cool existing roster to begin with. Um, the same with the survivors. Yes, you got the usual survivors, just like from the Legacy game, like the regular soldier, the juggernaut, the mech, the OGs. And then you got like some new guys as well, like the new survivors, like the Rocketeer and the Scientist. And there's also the Sniper, who's pretty much the replacement of Camo, who is terribly bugged, by the way, because I tried to play as the Sniper, and he has a really horrible bug where he just dies, like Ridley would just randomly die. Um. Well, okay, no, I want to no, not randomly die. Ridley dies as soon as the sniper spawns. That's right. The sniper really dies as soon as they spawn. That is yeah. I also will bring up the bugs like later in the video because I want to talk about the good stuff before we get to the bad. Okay. So survivors are peak, and the killers are still peak. Hell, even some killers that got tweaked to have different abilities and stuff. Unlike instead of cause yeah, like some of course some characters are gonna have the same move sets, but there are some like other characters in Become a Killer that has different move sets now. Like Sonic.exe and of course the Super Sonic.exe version. His moveset's been completely changed. Instead of like Legacy, where he has the speed boost and all that, and he's got the laugh ability. Well, oh yeah, the killers don't have the laugh ability anymore. Now instead, they're mostly quiet. I mean, you'll hear them coming. Like some of them, you hear them coming, but it's it's yeah, but it's whatever's. But yeah, some killers got different move sets, unlike having the same move set like they instead of having the same move set like they did in in freaking the legacy version. Um what else? Oh yeah, now Slenderman, of course he has the same move sets as he does in the legacy version. Well, okay, technically he has the same move set. The only different thing about Slenderman and Recode is that his ability Like his invisibility has been completely like tweaked. Other than that, technically the same. Um, but yeah, other than that, the characters are pretty good. Now we got now let's get to the next thing, the map. Of course, the map is Area 51. Now, this is pretty much the map from the Legacy game as well. It's really the same Area 51 map as the Legacy. Instead, it's got like some different texturing to it, different lighting to it, to what the map looks like. And there's actually new areas you can explore around in the Area 51 map now. There's new layers and shit you can explore around. So pretty much the map's been extended. Like it's still the same map, it's just been extended. Hell, there's even a new outside area you can explore now, which is we really just saw me run into as Noobbot. Yeah, there's a new area, there's a new outside area you can go into now. So yeah, some new layers and new areas you can explore, which is really a nice touch to the map. Like very good touch to it. I love it. I'm glad that Harry extended the map to make it look, more cooler and such. Pretty good change to the map, in my opinion. Um, Another thing I want to bring up, which is also really good, is how you actually have to unlock stuff now. So in Legacy, the Legacy back, you simply unlock stuff by just simply playing the game, of course. And of course, by the time you get to like, so many like points, you pretty much unlock everything. I mean, of course, there is a badge you can get by just simply like, well, I don't know if it's possible to even get that one badge now, but like back in like the Legacy Become a Killer, there was a badge you can get by simply getting $1 million, which I actually did manage to get the badge way before the Recode update came out. But yeah, um, but yeah, in the Legacy back, you just simply, you get money by doing simple stuff like killing players or just simply surviving and such. And yeah, you pretty much just unlock stuff just like that. Um, and Recode, however, it's technically the same thing. However, there's two currencies in Recode. There's the usual money, and then there's the tokens. The tokens are actually meant of unlocking the characters now. And I think the money is used for like purchasing weapons. Yeah, the money is used for like purchasing items in the item shop now. So at least the money is still used for something, but now like tokens, you can't use money to purchase characters anymore. Now like yeah, and by the way, unlike back Legacy where like you just simply unlock like a lot of characters by just simply getting a decent amount of money. Um and Recode again, you can only purchase characters by with tokens now. And when you purchase the characters with tokens, um you have to get more tokens because you just spent them. So yeah, you pretty much gotta actually grind. I mean, of course you had to grind in Legacy version before, but there's actually a lot more grinding to do in Recode now, which pretty much gives you even more reason to play the game way more frequently now. Unlike back Legacy where you can just unlock everything in an instant in a matter of like a couple hours or so. Like there's actually a lot more things to grind for now in Recode, which is cool. Because let's be honest, this is a really fun game. So someone like myself who actually loves Become the Killer and would be glad to grind it more, it's just gonna make me want to play it more until I just eventually unlock everything again. But yeah, or unless like new characters get added or something in the future, I don't know. But yeah, really, really amazing stuff. Oh yeah, I also want to mention that you can actually buy skins for survivors and killers now. Yes, there are skins. Of course, there are skins in the Legacy version, but you simply unlock skins by just getting the same amount of points as you needed to play a certain killer or character or survivor. But in Recode, again, same thing apply. Like when you spend tokens on characters and such, you lose tokens, which means you gotta get tokens and such. Same rules applies with skins. So again, even more time to grind for, which is good. Gives players a reason to keep playing the game. Now, of course, you make money by, of course, the simple way by playing the game and all that shenanigans. With tokens, it's actually the same thing. You can get tokens by simply playing the game as well. However, you don't get as much tokens as you do by getting money. However, there is actually an easy way to get a lot of tokens, and that's actually has something to do with money. Um, in the lobby room, which yes, the lobby is the exact same as it is in the legacy version of Become the Killer. Um, there's some money bag that you can find eventually, and you can deposit the money to gain the tokens. So let's say this. You sell 100 money, you get like no, you sell 1,000 money, and you get like what 100 tokens. By the way, the max amount of money you can get in Recode is only like 10k money. So if you sell 10k money, it'll give you 1,000 tokens, which is pretty good. So there is an easy way to grind for tokens then, which is not bad. It basically makes it possible to unlock things easy in a way. Um, yeah, really good stuff. Um, Now, of course, I'm gonna bring up the Game Pass stuff. Simply, like, I mean, I already brought up the Game Pass killers, which is simply Game Passes that just gives you new killers and such. But of course, there's like new Game Passes. There was one that was actually in a Legacy before, but it was like a pre-order sort of thing. And then there's even a new one. There was the Yourself Skin Game Pass, which again, you were able to pre-order it in the Legacy during the Legacy days, so you were able to get the Yourself skins early. And then there's the VIP, which you pretty much get, well, VIP skins, I think. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool new stuff that were added to the game. I don't know if I'll ever purchase a new Game Passes. I mean, if I do, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Let's be honest. I'm already proud enough with the stuff I have now, so probably won't bother purchasing the new Game Pass stuff anytime soon unless I really want to. Because again, I'm already proud with the stuff I have now, so yeah. um, what else should I really talk about? Oh, yeah. Now speaking of Become the Killer Legacy, you can actually play the Legacy version of Become the Killer. Yes, you can still play Legacy Become the Killer. How? Well, in the lobby room, if you explore enough, you can simply find a blue glowing button that will have floating text on the button saying old Become the Killer or the old version of the game. And if you press the button, it will actually take you to the legacy version of Become the Killer, which means you can actually still play the legacy Become the Killer. Honestly, though, I don't recommend doing that for two good reasons. One, Rico's better. Two, Legacy is extremely buggy, like horribly buggy, and I'll get to that later on in the video. Um, it is cool that you can play the old version, but like I said, I don't recommend it really because again, Rico's just better. I mean, if you want to play Legacy, go ahead, but I still would recommend it because the second reason, again, it's really horribly buggy, which I'll get into in a moment. Um, so yeah, I think that's just about it for. That's just all I really gotta say about it. The Recode update now for Become the Killer. Honestly, amazing update. Probably the best update I really act. Pretty much the best update in the entire game. Now, however, there are flaws. Now, actually, this game doesn't really have many flaws, really. I mean, they did fix a lot of issues that Legacy had, like a decent amount of issues. There are some issues like with Legacy where like certain killers were bugged, or there are like certain like exploits and such that you can abuse. Luckily, those were patched in Recode, thank God. Now, I will mention that there are bugs in Recode as well, like some current ones that I experienced so far when first playing it. Um, let's see. There's a bug where Fiend really, yes, Fiend is in Recode, by the way. Yes, you have to purchase your Game Pass to play Fiend. Yeah, there's a bug with Fiend where he really cannot attack. Like, like he cannot attack at all. Like, and it's a very easy bug to come across when trying to play as Fiend. Like, you cannot attack as him, and even if it does let you attack, it only lets you attack once, and that's it. You just cannot attack at all. Yeah, Fiend is like pretty badly bugged. So, at the moment, if you have the Fiend Game Pass, don't play Fiend because you're not going to be able to play as him because he's pretty badly bugged. You cannot attack as him. On very rare occasions, he'll actually work, but still, I wouldn't recommend playing Fiend right now until he gets fixed. Um, and there's also other bugs too that I witnessed when playing the Recode update. There is a bug where one of the newer killers, the Psychopath, would literally die as soon as they spawned. Yeah, Psychopath dies as soon as he spawned. Now, I'm pretty sure during the time, Harry Rogue would have fixed the bug by now, but I haven't really played Psycho since then, so I don't know if he's really fixed. There's also another bug where one of the survivors actually has the same bug too, where as soon as you spawn in as a certain survivor, you immediately die. Um, it's the sniper character, the marksman. Yeah, it's marksman. Whenever you spawn as marksman immediately dies. There's also another bug too, where for some time, there's also another bug which it's not as common, thank God, but you do come across it occasionally. For some reason, sometimes when you play as a certain killer, the attack ability sometimes disappears for no reason. The same thing applies to survivors as well. Some survivors, like, their attack abilities would just disappear for no reason, meaning you pretty much have to reset if you want to, like, play the character properly, if it even allows you to select the character again. Oh yeah, there's another thing I want to bring up. There's actually a limit to how much a certain character can exist within the game. Now, what do I mean by this? Like certain games like Sonic.exe Disaster or Outcome Memories, where like if someone selects a certain character, you have to play as someone else. Same exact rules applies here. However, there is actually like you can actually play as more than one of the same killer, and same rule applies to survivor. You can actually play more than one of the same survivor. However, there are certain characters that actually you actually cannot play as that character if someone already chooses them. Like Slenderman. Only one person can play as Slenderman now. Unlike the Legacy version where there could be like an army of Slendermans or something. No, only one person can play as Slenderman now. Which means if someone already selected Slenderman, sorry, dude. You have the Slenderman Game Pass. You're gonna have to play as someone else. Sorry, no Slenderman for you. Which honestly, that's okay, cause balance reasons. Really good way to really balance it out. Oh yeah, I also want to mention that some of the characters have been nerfed from what they used to be like in the Legacy version, which is also good because balance. But, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's all I really got. Oh yeah, there's more bugs I want to mention too. There's also a bug with Mech. Yes, Mech has a bug too. Now, luckily, the bug is not game breaking, thank God. But it's simply a bug where Mech, for some reason, when you unequip and re-equip his attack ability, for some reason he's forced to walk. Now again, you can simply just fix the bug yourself actually by just simply re-equipping the attack ability again and sprinting again to make him sprint again. So that bug is very easy to deal with pretty much. But still, that bug should be addressed. There's also a bug with Sonic.exe. Both Sonic.exe and the Super version. Yes, both versions of Sonic.exe is bug. The normal and Super version. There's a bug where, um, if you use the invisible ability while your attack ability is on cooldown, it disables your ability to attack again. I encountered that bug a couple times, and I immediately realized that the only fix of that bug right now for the players, make sure if you ever play Sonic on the XC or the Super version, make sure your attack ability is not on cooldown before you use the invisible ability. Like currently right now, make sure your attack is not on cooldown. Because if your attack ability is on cooldown and you go invisible, yeah, you're not going to be able to attack anymore, which means you will have to be forced to reset if you want to play a Sonic.exe again, which sucks. Because I encountered that bug a couple of times by accident, and there's actually, yeah, there are times I encountered that bug a couple of times where I didn't know about it, and there's also a time where I encountered a bug by accident. So yeah, another bug that I want to mention. Um, that's there's all. Oh yeah, there's highlight bugs again. There's a highlight bug too. SCP-096 has a bug. Now, the bug is quite game breaking, really, considering it is considered cheating, really. There's a bug with SCP-096 for whenever he reaches rage mode. Yes, he highlights the virus, which is attended. I think it's attended. I think it highlights the virus whenever SCP goes in rage mode. However, for some reason, there's a bug with the Shy Guy that survivors can really be highlighted by you permanently. Okay, they highlight you permanently until they die. Which, honestly, at least that's one thing. Like, yeah, the highlights go away until the survivors die. Because I was playing as the Shy Guy, and when I did eventually die, the highlights were still there. Or the highlights were just still there, tracking the players permanently until they eventually died or something. Um, Oh yeah. Now for the part that I was gonna bring up later on and like about Become the Killer's Legacy version. Do not play Become the Killer Legacy. Yes, I know you can play it in Recode because you can simply find a button that takes you to Legacy. Do not play it. It is horribly bugged right now. Not like you really should play it anyway, to be honest, because Recode's better. But if you guys still miss Legacy version more and want to play the Legacy version still, don't play it. Just stick with Recode because it's really just it is bugged, like horribly bugged. Like I tried to play Legacy. Here's the thing. At the end of my stream, I made a plan that I was going to make comparison videos between how certain killers and survivors work in the Legacy version of Become the Killer and how they work in the current version, which is Recode. Yeah, I tried to play Become the Killer's Legacy version. I couldn't. Um, I tried to play as certain killers, and there's a bug, like really a horrible bug where they just randomly die. They just randomly die for no reason. It is horrible. Very awful bug. I tried to play as Slenderman in Legacy. He just randomly dies. I tried to play as Supersonic.exe. He also randomly dies. I think like pretty much most and not all, possibly all the roster of killers and pretty much all the roster of survivors are horribly bugged. Cause like I just tried to play two Game Pass killers in Legacy and they just randomly die for no reason. Now I don't know if Harry Rogue is really gonna fix. I don't know if he really is gonna fix Legacy, to be honest. Cause let's be honest, it's the Legacy version. I mean, he doesn't really have a reason to fix the Legacy version. Like, why focus on the old version of your work when you just focus on the new version of your work instead, you know? I mean, if he does end up somehow going out of his way to fix the Legacy Become the Killer, then good on him. But that's really Harry Road's choice if he really wants to. I mean, he's most likely going to focus on the Recode update, obviously. I mean, this is really his best work. Why would he focus on the old version of his work when you can just simply focus on the newer version? You know? It doesn't really make any sense. It makes perfect sense for him to focus on the newer stuff, you know? Just saying. But yeah, if there is ever a case where Legacy just never gets fixed, then yeah, just stick with Recode. Which honestly, I just recommend you play Recode anyway because it's just better. Um, what does that mean though? Since Legacy is pretty much fucking bugged to hell. Um, well, I'm gonna make content for Recode now, pretty much. Which is funny because I even said that before the Recode update dropped because I didn't know that you were gonna be able to play the Legacy version. But considering the Legacy version is horribly bugged, yeah, my content will just be about Recode from now on, which is fine because I'm gonna be playing Recode pretty much frequently. I don't know, maybe for grinding reasons or just to play the fucking game just for fun. I'm still gonna make content about it though. Like I'll definitely make like guide videos and such, and I'll make like discussion videos too. Um, yeah, that's all I gotta say about Become the Killer's Recode update. So, my first ever impressions. What is my opinion about Become the Killer's Recode update? Amazing. Really the best update in the entire fucking game. There is still some bugs that, of course, I already addressed, and these bugs do need to be fixed. But they most likely will be fixed in the future when it happens. But other than that, really amazing fucking update. I highly recommend playing this. This is the best update by far. Now, I have pretty much high hopes for the future of Become the Killer. Well, the recode of Become the Killer. Um, yeah, that's just about it. Hope you guys enjoyed me talking about my first impressions of Become the Killer's recode update. Very awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will definitely make guide videos and even make some discussion videos if I really have any ideas. Because I had ideas for guide videos and discussion videos before and about the legacy version, but those ideas were scrapped because Recode. But if I ever come up with an idea of what the guide videos could be or what discussion videos to make about Recode, I will definitely do that. But as of right now, this is all I can really do. There is going to be 2 upcoming videos soon. There's actually going to be 2 upcoming videos soon. That is specifically me playing the Recode update during its testing build. Yes, I did play Recode during its testing. And yes, I have old footages of me playing it. And yes, I did not upload them until the Recode dropped. So be on the lookout for those 2 videos that will come. There's 2 videos that is simply me playing. They're simply old clips of me playing the testing build of Recode. But yeah, be on the lookout for those when it happens. Other than that, that's all I gotta say about this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, that's awesome. Catch you all next time. Bye bye.